Oh, what did I do? Nope. There we go. I fixed it. I'm back. I'm back. Guess who's back? Me, this guy, by myself. But I'm back. All right. Well, got Tori with me here. Okay. Get the other side. I'm back, and let's see where we're at. Okay, I've got my nacelle here. I've got one viewer. So, a little bit of glue on there. Let's see if I can get rid of some of that. I don't know. I might redo this. I'm not liking that. It's messy looking. Can't really see it when you have the light on. It's a little bit less obvious. But I'd like to clean that up again. I don't know. What do you think, Mary? Can you really notice that a lot? Could get rid of that glue there. Yes, you can see the glue. Yeah, it's ugly. It's ugly. I didn't want the glue on the outside. Might be able to scratch it off. Don't really want to scratch my lines away. See, that didn't end up where I wanted it anyways. I'm gonna have to try to do better. So I'm gonna assume the second person watching is Cameron. I don't think anybody else came back. So now I gotta try to clean the rest of this out of here again. I think I'm just gonna make another one. Unless I can clean it off. sort of picking off. There's Cameron. He says, welcome back. Welcome back to you, Mr. Carter. Welcome back, Mr. Carter. Not easy to file it when it's this small and flimsy. Gotta try to hold it tight. Hey, buddy. Can you say hi? Hello. Let me just Rocco, give it a rest. Cam saying hi to Tori. Hi, Tori. There we go. I'm actually getting it picked out of there. I know it's not exciting, but getting it. It's just so small and hard to see. Hard to hold on to. Ow. I don't know, maybe I should have just made another one. I gotta make another one anyways for the other side. Hey, get over here. Yeah. I'm just gonna redo it. Because there's some problems with this one. So let me just grab this. Let's get a piece from right there. Five people, whoever's here. Hello. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining or returning, whichever one it is you're doing. See me work on the original series Galaxy class. Just watch me look for misplaced objects and items. Just had it. Seriously? Okay, well, I need to get rid of some of the There's Joby Wan. Welcome, Joby Wan. How's it going? It says some modelers build plexiglass covers and custom bases for their models. Maybe that's a skill I should learn. You know what? Any skill you should learn, any skill you can learn is a skill you should learn. Because it's just excellent to have skills and to know stuff. Even if you're not going to do it, you know how. Somebody you know might need help doing it. But yeah, custom bases are always nice. It adds a unique touch to the model, right? And a lot of times especially with the polar lights Star Trek models, they don't usually give you a nice base. They usually just give you the dome. The older ones used to give you something cool sometimes with like the Delta symbol or something like that, but they're gone. They're gone the way of the cheap these days. So I'm just trying to get this glue out of here so I can start over. Making that hole a little bit bigger. I gotta slide that up. Okay, try this again. Get my tape here. Piece of tape around here just to kind of hold that in place. Just press it down. I'm trying to get the best cut that I can get. Hey, get out of there. Jerk. Spilled all the jewels everywhere. Mary, Tori's getting into your stuff. Get.
Fucking that's gonna talk. I got it. Sorry.
I don't know how much was in here, but it's empty now.
Oh, there was only like 2 or 3. Yeah, your bag. I should put them all away from that section. Smart and reuse the resealer. I might have just received them the bags.
Freaking bird. Sorry.
Okay.
Pet bird was getting into some stuff he shouldn't have been getting into.
Peckerhead.
Freaking peckerhead. Okay, so let's try this again. I'm gonna use my blade here to try to cut it out. Hey, Howard's here. What the fudge sickles? Howard says, what the fudge sickles? How's it going, Howard? Thanks for coming, buddy. Thanks for joining. What the fudge sickles is I'm trying to make my modified nacelles for my Galaxy class original series Enterprise. And I was on earlier because I was gonna go from 6 until, well, I did. I went from 6 until 9. But Andrew canceled tonight, so I came back on, get a little bit more stuff done. Saying hi to Cameron, sorting more stash. That's awesome. No Andrew again. No, Andrew said he's not feeling well tonight. He's got his allergies taking a hold of him, so he's taking another night off. Mary says, good evening, gentlemen, to the fine gentlemen out there. So right now, Howard, I'm trying to make my little chiller grills here. I got this cut away. Right, so I omitted the one on the outside. That's going to be all smooth, and it's going to have the numbers. And I'm just making this one to go on the inside, sort of like. So I'm trying to do that. And I had one already made, but it wasn't great. Well, it actually was great. It fit really well, but I got glue all over the outside of it, which is the part that wasn't great. and it was really noticeable. And I've since then lost it because I'm unorganized and terrible. I put it to the side so I could get my sheet out, and then it disappeared amongst the junk on my table here. Just doing my best to try to keep all the pieces together and united. No idea where it went. I thought I just placed it to the side. But so I'm gonna have to try to build one of these also, but a small version of it. Right, it's gonna need a impulse engines. So I got this piece out so I can try to copy it. All right. I'm just gonna cut this and hope for the best. I managed to get it to fit in there before I can do it again. And I won't use I'll use a different glue. Maybe I'll use the clear Elmer's glue or something. Come on, get there. Alright, so now I gotta scrape the print off of there. Give it a bit of a sand job. The old fret leveling beam. Alright. Okay, so I gotta take this apart again. Gotta kind of slide that off of there. Alright, I'm gonna take quite a bit off the end. Even more. So I want to bend that just a little. So I'll use these. All right, so this needs to be very, very narrow. I saw your video on Discord there earlier, Howard. Did you get a new shelving unit, or are you just getting more organized and arranged? You said earlier you're organizing your stash. I'm gonna organize my stash too. There, organizing my stash. How's that? That, cut this. Trying my best to cut this without having to file it, because when you start filing it, it gets all flaky and fuzzy. Hey, there's Steve Martin. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Thanks for coming. Howard saying, I've had the shelving units, just haven't had time to put them up, and I was hoping to get part of my building finished off so that I could put them there, but now I'm trying to find stuff, and I need to try to organize and see what I've got to reduce some of the box material. Yeah, you had a lot of boxes from shipments there that I saw when I was there. I was lucky enough to actually stop in and visit Howard at his place. It was pretty cool. He welcomed us and gave us handmade gifts that he made himself, woodworked, really nice pieces. Got to meet some of his cows. Steve says he's doing good. Glad to be here. Right on, Steve. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, I've got my, let me just see if I can slip this into place here. That locks right up onto there. Look at that. So this is, there's my little Boussard collector. Award-winning presents, Cameron says. Yeah, award-winning, blue ribbon winning, woodworked, handmade items that Howard made himself. So this is the 2500 scale Enterprise D nacelle. And I'm doing this. So right now I'm trying to make that chiller grill. It's gonna fit right into there. So just the one chiller grill on the inside. Mary says that box Howard gifted me is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, so there's the other side. So there's my undercut tail piece there that I made earlier today out of this ridgy plastic here. So I carved out this. I tried a bunch of different ways to make this last night. They all failed, so I just ended up carving it out of a solid chunk here. Here's the rest of it. Here's the secondary hull. I've got my shuttle bay opening cut out. I got I got the sides trimmed off, right? Those flared out edges. Those are trimmed away, trying to make it a little bit more cylindrical. So I rounded the top and the bottom here. I bent them inwards, made the neck from one of these subway cards right here. Made the neck bit. There's the bottom of my sausage section. All the windows are filled in, nice and smoothed out. So no windows there. Okay, so right like that. That's going to be my profile. There's the top bit. So I added some material around the edge here so I could get that beveled edge like the old Enterprise. I got my 4 little windowies there. Yeah, about 50% scratch built there, Joby One. Here's my top. Right, so I got this sort of top sort of domey part, sort of reminiscent of that teardrop, A and B deck. So I just got that. I made that out of some plastics. Gonna have a shuttle bay there. Focus on the shuttle bay. Everyone's eyes are freaking out right now. That, and there's my bridge. Which will be, so I got that sort of little loungy window back there. That's the piece from the Excelsior shuttle bay that I didn't use because they give you a couple different options. That's going there. So yeah, right now I'm working on this. Oh, there goes all my pieces. It's okay. So working on the nacelle, trying to approximate that anyways as close as I can. So we're sort of halfway there. There we go. So what I'm doing right now is making the little chiller grill to go in the side there. I'm just trying to get that to fit in place. I had one in earlier, but I had glue all over the side of it and I wasn't happy with it. So I scrapped it and I'm starting another one. Okay, so we need to take some off of there. 3D printers here, or 3D painter, sorry. How's it going, Ron? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Says, what's up, buddy? Working on the Enterprise D conversion to an original series Enterprise or original series Galaxy class. So something like this. I've got the 1/2500 scale Enterprise D model, and I'm just going after it from there. If someone uses a 3D printer, is that cheating or being innovative? No, I'd love to be able to use a 3D printer. I've been offered the use of one, but I don't know how to do any of that computer design stuff. I'm a hands-on guy. I've always just been doing everything by hand, so it's just the way I do it. I don't think it's cheating at all. If anything, it's being innovative because you're thinking of ways, like, you still got to think of the thing you need. Yes, I did. I did draw it, Ron. There's a couple other. So I'm going for that sort of look. Right. Something like that. So I still got a choice whether I want my pylons to be on an angle like this, or whether I want them to be 90-degree angles like that. Sort of like you would see on the Excelsior. Says those look great, brother. Thank you, thank you. Oh, where'd my other pictures go? Oh, I got all kinds of drawings of ships. I draw them all the time. I even made a drawing of one of my models, Miranda Hornet. So yeah, there's that. So this is my Reliant. Or it's supposed to be a Reliant, but this is Trek Mods, so nothing gets to stay the way that it's supposed to be around here. You don't do any 3D modeling yourself? Where'd you get the models you were painting on that Obi-Wan dragon? I thought you printed them yourself. Or you just get the files. You don't do the modeling, you just acquire the files, right? Yeah, lots of people do that. It's not cheating at all. There's my deflector. No time. Yeah, it's time consuming. Should I be showing you guys this stuff, or should I be working on the current model that I'm working on right now? Or do you guys want to see this one? This is the one. I don't know if you saw any of my videos, but we've got a little arboretum there. Let me see if I can get to my power supply. Mary says, "Show it all, baby." All right. Okay, so right, you know what? 1 second here. That's better. So let me see if I can get this up to the camera here. That just went crazy on me there for a second. Hold on. I don't have a proper power supply, so I just got to be real careful that it doesn't there we go. Oh, what happened? Why is it fluctuating? Oh, kind of hard to see, but I made a tiny arboretum. It's inside there. I used stuff that I found around the house to make trees and sand and stuff like that. Oh, there, can almost see it. It's hard to see though. There's a little pond in there. There's a little bridge. See that? Just see how bright that got? Because my power supply jumped up to 4 volts for some reason. I don't like this. I'm gonna have to get a proper one. I'm gonna have to get a proper one. Hold on a sec. Let's get this. Ha. See if I can get a look inside there. Uh, that's no good. It's too dark. There we go. don't know why my window got so dirty. It's not focusing. That's a shame. That's what she said. All right. Yeah, well, there should be. Anyways, got it from the front up at that window. Put that front deflector. Crystal's an actual little crystal. This guy's almost done. Still got a little bit to do on that one. Look at this. This is the 7D. Let me catch up on the comments. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I didn't start my own comments. Those look great. So Steve says, I got a resin printer earlier this year. Was not as user friendly as I expected. Still working on getting a consistent quality results. Yeah, our buddy Donnie there over at Donnie Daughtry at Don's modeling desk, he says just trial and error, just practice, keep making prints, make adjustments, figure out what didn't work, what works. He just started doing 3D resin printing like last year. So Ron says I don't do the modeling myself, I have no time. I print myself, but purchase the files to support the digital sculptors. Yeah. See, somebody's putting creativity into it, and you're putting creativity into what you're doing too, like to think of the idea and to implement it. You know what I mean? Some people might consider it cheating or whatever, but I don't know. I don't think it is. So yeah, this guy's ready for paint, but I'm afraid to start painting it. I used discarded guitar strings there for the details on the warp nacelles. So that's all masked off because these would light up. It's a totally lit model. Made the photon torpedo launchers front and back for this. Carved out. So what I did was I just turned the main hull around backwards. And I had to cut this middle part out to turn that around frontwards. And you can see my joint right there, my seam. I took out about 1.5 inches length out of the neck to just shorten it a little bit. So this is my idea of the midpoint between a D7 and the bird of prey, right? So they're starting to figure out the warp geometry and maneuverability and stuff like that I added those cannons there, phaser cannons or whatever on the front. So this guy's almost done, but I procrastinate a lot, and then I get sidetracked by starting other projects like this thing here. This offer prints for sale for anyone who needs something printed. In case you don't have a printer, right on. Sorry for the shameless plug. It's not a shameless plug. Don't worry about it. You're only telling it to like 7 or 8 people, man. You get the word out as much as you can, but a few people get the word. Joby Wan says it's hard to print people, soldiers, pilots, etc. in custom poses. Oh yeah. Okay, that's for Joby Wan. Pretty easy. I just haven't tried it. I'm usually way too busy with commissions and personal projects. 3D printer is a good idea to get. Any recommendations? Okay. He recommends the Anycubic Photon Mono M7 Pro and M7 Max. They're pretty much plug and play, but there's a lot of other stuff you'll need to get printing safely. Safely? Was it dangerous? Well, you don't want to stick your hand in the resin and leave it there, or maybe drink the resin. What's going on here? Okay, so they're having a cool conversation. So it takes up the entire wall in the garage. Sorry, Jody, LOL. For what? Never mind the naysayers. Looks dangerous. Can't wait to see the D7. 7D. It's a 7D. It's a 7D cattle bruiser. That's my pun on the wordplay because I turned it backwards. So yeah, I'm calling it the 7D. I started that one because I needed something to build during the live streams. I like joining the Friday and Sunday group builds with the other guys from HTM. It's a lot of fun, but I had no projects to work on because I was making videos. I was trying to make videos for my model, so I didn't really have any projects. So I got out the Klingon one there, started working on that. And then Sunday, I had nothing to work on, so that's why I started working on this thing. Because I've had it planned for a while. I've had it in my head for a long time. I just haven't implemented my plans yet. Okay, let's get back to it. So I got this cut off. Cut that down. My star Steve's comment so I remember where I am next time. Oh yeah, I turned off my I turned that off. I'm sitting here looking at it, trying to talk to you guys, not realizing that that's off. Oh well. It's better this way anyways. I usually only have that on for the live streams to sort of interact with you guys a little bit. Okay, so I already know that this needs to be trimmed down fairly narrow if I want it to fit in there. Get that like that. Oh, did I go and cut too much? I cut it twice and it's still too short. Damn it. Yeah, I did. You made it too narrow. Son of a. Shit, I don't know. That tape sucks. Maybe I gotta use a better piece of tape. Oh, yeah, this is much stickier. Okay, so I'll do the one side. I need an accurate outline of this. That's better. Now, as per usual, how did I put the rest of it? Okay. I need that to be squared. Like so. Alex back. Will's here. Hey, Will. How you doing? Oh. Hey, Will. How you doing? Hey, Alec. How's it going? Welcome back, Alec. Says, hey, bud, just stopped by a boba tea place, literally right next to the theater. I have my interview. Yeah, you asked about that earlier. How'd that go? Or you haven't done it yet? At Sonic for a milkshake. Time in the commute back from the theater. Trying to get a rough estimate of how early I need to leave for said interview and hopefully future employment. Well, good luck. I hope you get the job you're applying for there, Alec. Okay, I'll outline this with my pen this time. This stuff is really, it's not that it's so thick, but it's not the same as a piece of styrene. It's really, really hard to cut this stuff. So I have to be careful because it's easy to mess it up by putting a lot of pressure and then cutting into the where you don't want to cut into. Right, so I'm going to just try doing the first half and get that to fit, and then I'll try to trim it back for the other side. $10:30. So, Will, are you just getting up in the morning over there in the UK? Early morning, some early morning viewing from you? Maybe I can save this a little bit. Perhaps. Perhaps I can save that. Oh, Todd's back. Hey, Todd. I'm late, but I'm here. How you doing? Okay, you haven't missed much. It's just been a struggle. So If you got your Schadenfreude hat on, well, then you've missed out. I had to remake my little chiller grill, so I'm kind of in the same position I was when I ended the stream earlier. Not much has changed. So I'm taking a different approach to it this time. I'm going to try to just fit half of it. And then I'm going to try to fit the other half. Because I'm a huge proponent of fitness. Fitness chiller grill in this nacelle. I don't know what I'm looking over there for. I only got the one. It's got multiple. Where do I deliver my monologue to? This one? This one? All right, we're live. Do it live. I'll write it. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Okay, that's pretty good. I need to bend it just a little bit. That's my job. All right. Just a little bit. Wait. That side. That side. Almost bent it in the wrong direction. Wait, this is wrong because I gotta do this side. Todd's waist deep editing pictures from last night's stream. 3:30 in the morning for Will. So you just getting up or you haven't gone to bed yet? Love you tried new things to get the results you want. Well, yeah, not. Sometimes things don't work for me, so I gotta try again. So I wonder if I can flip this over onto this side. And get the desired outcome. It's worth a try. It's worth a shot. Yeah, put just the right amount of pressure on that so I don't snip all the way through it. Will says, woke early, couldn't get back to sleep. Thought I'd drop by. Well, thank you for dropping by, Will. It's nice to have you viewing. I started an earlier stream this evening at around 6 p.m. And then I took a break at 9. I had some food and fresh coffee. Now I'm back. Oh, that's awful. The first one I made was the best one. Except I got glue all over it and then I lost it. That's terrible. This one's terrible. the hell did the first one go? It's so embarrassing. I feel ridiculous. There it is. Found it. I think that's it. Yeah, see, that's the one. That one fit really nice. But I had glue on it. But at least I can use this one for a template now that I've found it. I'm gonna switch up my instead of running it this way with vertical lines, I think I'm gonna switch this and have them running lengthways like you would see on the modern ones. It's just easier for me to cut and bend it in that shape than is going across the grain of those lines right there. Alex, planning on getting some editing done on the U96 videos after making dinner. Awesome. When I finish you get home and finish my shake. You don't have to tell us about that. You can tell us that you're just going to have dinner. You don't have to tell us that you're going to have a shake after. You keep that to yourself, buddy. Your desk looks like my office. I reject the term chaos. I prefer thinking is an exercise in having a tack-sharp memory of where everything is located. Yeah, well, if it's an exercise in that, then I need to bring my mind to the gym and practice a little bit more, because as soon as I put something down and my fingers lose contact with it, it's almost gone forever every time. I need to do better. So that's got to be a little straighter. 3D printer run. Just finished cleaning my workbench, only to probably destroy it tomorrow with another project. Yeah, well, that's what happens. That's why a lot of times I don't bother, because I'm going to be making a mess anyways, and sometimes I'm just too lazy. I don't feel like it. Also, my space is limited and my organization skills are limited. Just a mess. It's just a mess over here. All right, get up there. Okay, I'll try this again. Pardon me?
You're limited.
I'm limited. I'm limited. Basic.
You basic.
Gonna start getting the rest of the base together for Obi-Wan and Boga diorama. Yeah, that's the one. It's almost 5 feet long. Will's working on the Agora diorama later. Mike Lane is currently cutting and etching the walls for it. And we'll then be able to paint and assemble. Cool. Wow, that's big. Yeah, go check out his it's got a couple videos on it there, Alec, on his channel. It's got the Obi-Wan guy riding on the saddle and everything. It's pretty cool. Yeah, which Agora kit, Will? Alec asks. For which Agora model? It's a wicked 3D model, insanely huge, yeah. That was the first thing I saw when I discovered Ron's channel there, the 3D painter. I was looking at that. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool, man. That was only a couple months ago. So every time I find someone new on YouTube that looks like they're doing cool stuff, I subscribe. So I don't really do much else for entertainment wise. Like, we don't really watch a lot of TV shows and movies and stuff. I've pretty much just been a YouTube consumer for the last 12 to 15 years. I probably got about 500 subscriptions of different channels. Some of them I haven't watched in a few years because people change their content and their channel dynamic, and they're trying to cater to the algorithm, and you know what I mean? They're not doing it to do what they want to do. They're doing it to try to win YouTube or whatever. Ron says, I can't wait to start painting it. Yeah, I think so. It's been a couple months now since I started following you guys. Yeah, I stumbled across your video there. It's probably a couple months ago. And I was like, wow, what's that? And then I watched you do a couple. I wonder if it was the live stream I saw first, or I think it was your video. And then I watched you do a live stream there a couple times. Yeah, you know what? I think that's going to work out better. And I'll leave in the comment on the screen. The base will be a meter by a meter. That's big, Will. What the hell is it? What is it? The Dalek? What model is it? Hey, there's Eric. I figured I'd check in to see if the bird overlord uprising has begun. The bird's gone to bed, I think. Did he go to? I don't know. I think the bird got put in his cage. He was flying around squawking, being a weirdo. Did the bird get put to bed, huh?
No, he's with Ada.
Oh, okay. He's in with the kid. So that the uprising has not yet begun. Bird's in the room with his kid there. Alex says no sign of angry Tory. Ron says thank Alec. Hope you like the content. So Ron will be live streaming the Obi-Wan Boga project at least till another commission comes up. Cool. I'll have to check out the next one. It's usually not at the right time. I've seen you on a couple times and I wasn't able to watch because I was busy, but I was popped in there a couple other times. It's the Agora Big Scale Diorama Competition. Already won the model, but have a chance of winning an additional £1,000 when shown at Scale World in Telford. Oh, cool. But what model, though? I don't understand. Thanks, and you're welcome. All right. All caught up on this now. Let's get back to putting this guy in its place. So, I need to trim this. Last time I cut this dice and it was still too short. Just a tiny bit. Tiny bit. Tiny. ever so tiny. Let's see, this way I can better measure where I need to cut, because I can say, okay, I need to take 2 ribs away, or a rib and a half, let's say. All right, so I'll lose a millimeter off the front. Probably need 2 millimeters. It's actually getting in there pretty good. We need just a little more off the end here. There we go. I'm not going to worry about trying to get that curvature. I think I'm just going to kind of put it in flat and straight, because that was kind of giving me problems last time. All right, let's get rid of the printing. Again. Howard Bax is taking a break from sorting and stacking my junk. Oh, just thinking I'll have to redo all this once I get that section of the building completed. It's crazy looking at what's already on the racks. Did you post more pictures in the Discord, Howard? Maybe once I get some of them assembled, it's gonna look less daunting. So once they're all assembled, then what? You got shelves in your house that you're gonna put up, or are you gonna have the model shop displaying all the models in the model shop? Because you get a lot of models to build, bud. This has turned out to be very tedious indeed. Okay, so that's got to fit in there. Where's my flat one? I'm trying to get this up to this little line here. Just a little more. All right, there. Excellent. Okay, so I don't need to take as much off the edge of it. I just wanted to cut that back a bit so that I wouldn't have to make this even thinner. I got to make it thinner, but not that thin. So I know that this isn't easy to see, but I'm going to take like one rib off the edge of this. Maybe two. I'll start with one. It starts with one. So I'm just kind of putting it in between the ridges there, right in the groove. It helps me keep it straight. Cut right along that. Let me just catch up here. Oh my goodness. Alex says perhaps that'll be a tomorrow project after the interview, depending on how much I get done. Catching up on the U-96, more of that Constitution. Okay. Maybe we should focus more on that than trying to keep building. I will later, so he'll post some pictures. Okay. Joby Wan says I have a stack of model kits. I thought I was being excessive, but it seems modelers tend to have lots of kits or projects in the queue. Yeah. Only got a few, but I got more than I can handle right now. Alex nearly done with pack 2. Finished 108 of U-96. Cool, cool. Howard says I can maybe do other stuff if I get through it. Once the part works get trimmed down, and I'm not waiting on old part works to get done because all the delays. Just not as many in the house. We'll see one room. It might turn into a model room for Legos. Right on. That'd be cool. Master of multitasking. All right. Okay. Let's get back to this. Pop this in the side here. Just like that. Just like that. Just want to soften that corner just a little bit. Perfect. Howard says, I think my pile makes some kids cry. Yeah. Some kids cry over your pile. Okay. So I do need one more strip off that. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. All right, that's going to need to be cut back a lot. That's right. Not too many people do have space to just throw a building down wherever they want. You're lucky there. Okay. That's gonna do. Howard says I'm starting to think I should have made it another 12 feet longer, or maybe 4 feet wider, and not a 26 by 52. Oh, can you maybe add to it in the future sometime? Yeah, there you go. That's what Will says. You'll have to build an extension for it in the future, Howard. Don't know why I'd been painting them before gluing them on the pipes. What are you talking about, bud? What you talking about? Alec? What you talking about? He's talking about this. Because I missed this earlier. That's what he's talking about. Wow, this is really tough, man. So I gotta get this in here without without getting it covered in glue. I'll try this stuff. Try this glue. At least this stuff I can just kind of clean off easily. Just squeeze some out to the tip there, and I'll just drag it slowly over the tip, gently rubbing it. Gently rub that tip. So I got a little glue on the outside again, but I'll be able to just peel it off. At least I hope so. Get in there. The only problem is I gotta hold on to this or let it sit around for quite some time while it dries. Come on, man. Oh, it's bent.
But well,
Oh, no. Oh, 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 oh. All right. That's not working. Do this again, but I'll just be very careful not to get it on the front. Oh, Joby Wan's been collecting kits for 20 years. Time to stop collecting and start building. Yeah, man. I only got into this model stuff like less than 2 years ago, so I haven't collected a lot of models yet. But I have a few. Uh, Howard in the chat there has gifted me a few models. Ken from Ken's Hobby Bench has sent me a couple of really nice kits as well. So I got a few in my stash. Come on. There. That's better. That's better. No glue. No glue for you. Next. Yeah. Yeah, that's much better. Will says small stash pile, maybe 5 or 6 kits. Yeah, same here. I'm down to well, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I got a few. A few. I got the Kronos one. I got the 350 scale Enterprise. Got the Grissom. Got the Enterprise C. My idea for this one is Narendra class, the concept design for the Enterprise C. Mod that into that. I think Planet Express from Futurama, eh? Planet Express ship? I don't know. Anyone else holding their breath while Jody was doing that? I was, Will. I was holding my breath. So you can see we've got a tiny amount of not glue, but you can see there's some flakes there. I think that's just the print I didn't get off all the way. Just scrape that. I'll scrape it right there. I'll scrape it away. Yeah, I was holding my breath, Will. I used to do tattoos, and that's something I'd be like, passing out sometimes from holding my breath for so long. Will says Planet Express ship would be fun. Yeah, well, I got inspired by the videos I saw coming out of Wonderfest from 2024 Wonderfest. And there was that group of builders that all built the Galileo shuttle in different themes. This year they did the DeLorean in different themes. So I'm sure everyone's seen it. I think you were there, weren't you, Will? You were there. And yeah, I want to do the Planet Express one. I think that would be fun. See, the toughest thing about this stupid Trek Mods gimmick that I have is coming up with ideas to do to the things. Like, what am I going to do with some of these, right? Like, there's not a lot you can do to the Enterprise D. Like, you can try to make it into the Dreadnought with the extra nacelle, but that's a lot of extra building and modifying. Well, not like this isn't a lot of extra modifying. I'm making all this stuff, but it doesn't look that much different. It's just the Enterprise D with an extra nacelle and a big laser thing on the bottom. Right? It's not really special, but this will be special and unique and different. It'll be the only original series Galaxy class ship I've ever seen. I still need to figure out how I'm going to make my deflector dish. I'll probably start with just trying a piece of plastic and bending it to the form that I want. And then if that doesn't work, I might have to try and find something that's approximately the right shape. Okay, so let's get this guy on here. So I have to kind of slide this in to there. Lock it down. That's much better. There's a tiny gap there, but that's no big deal. The glue will fill that in. Much better. I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to get a little more, just going to add a bit of glue to it. Keep it on lockdown. Might as well cover the whole thing so it's even, because I'll get a little bit on there. As long as I don't get it on the outside surface, I'm happy. You know what? I could throw the powder on there and this would be nicely frosted. Hope that wasn't a mistake. Let's see. It's coated. Oh yeah. Light's still going to come through. And it's not going to come off of there either. It's nice and strong. It's strong and tough. More shear. That'll do. Right, there we go. Let's see, Will says, So Joby Wan says, always liked model building, but was too busy with work. Yeah, now that I'm retiring, time to get busy. Awesome, good for you. Anyone else holding their breath? Okay, Planet Express. Ron says, can't wait to retire. Will says, put some X-Wings on the saucer section, Trek Wars, Enterprise X. Upset both franchises in one model. Yeah. I've seen some pictures of like the Millennium Falcon crossed with the Enterprise, sort of kit bashed together. Actually, it looks kind of cool. All right. Let's see what it looks like with blue. Can I find blue? Blue. Oh, come on. Oh, I need bataris for this one. I don't have any bataris. Do I have bataris? Bataris. There's a couple bataris that might be enough to get me lit up a little bit. They're fucking dead. Dead. Where do I even still have these? On, off, on, off, on. You got some bataris, Mary?
The ones I got for camping.
Darn. My lovely, lovely wife has got some batteries for me. Thanks, my lovely. Oh, yeah, look at that right there. That's what I'm talking about. See? Cam's got some batteries too. Thanks, Cam. Mary had some, bro. Look at that. So that's just one. That's just one of these in there. Oh, come on. Stop being stupid. I like how it kind of fades back. Yeah, it looks not bad just with one, eh, Cam? I could probably get away with it. Looks a lot brighter on the camera. In person, it's kind of pretty faded towards the back. There we go. That's not bad. And if I put that even further, like I say, if I put this right against the back side there. Come on. Yeah, bastard. There. So it's like right in the back. That's not bad. I like the way it fades off to the back. And I don't think it's too bright. On the camera, it looks pretty bright, but thanks, Will. Mary the rescue. That's right. Yeah, Cam says it looks good with one. I like the way it fades out. Yeah, me too. Me too. So then this is gonna need. That's gonna need a red light. But let's see what it looks like with blue. That's kind of cool. Hey. It totally disappeared. You gotta be kidding me. It's over there. There. Twas over there. Twas. There. That's pretty cool. I shall be the shadow. Not bad, not bad. Okay. So that, and that. I can turn this off for now. I might put two in there, but I could get away with just the one. I could. And I also got my, I still have these little things, but I'm thinking it would be way too bright for, see, I got these little filaments here. That's like the perfect size. It would be way too bright though. Because these things throw a lot of light. They like. Where did I use one? Do I have an example? Excelsior! Oh. This needs new batteries, but you can see I got some in here, and I got them in the drills on that. Those aren't very bright because the batteries are dead in this as well. So there's one there. So they're very bright. Smash my speaker. The crashing sound was just this. It wasn't a model. Yeah, that's exactly what they are, Will. I saw Todd working on that Skyline model. That's the exact same little filaments that are in there. Yeah, they are super bright. And they're only like 3 volts. So I got some, so these are what was in the tip of the Excelsior there that I just showed you, the Bussard collectors. So I've used those red ones, and these are blue. And I also got some, let's see. So I got these ones here. These ones are fun. So I got some really long blues and some really long greens. This is what I used in my, well, these aren't really long ones. These are the mid. So those are the same, 5-inch. I used these on my Klingon one there, on the 7D. So that is at 2.5 volts. That's the green one. We're gonna try one of these blue ones here. Let's see, I'm pretty sure the spot with the hole is the positive. There we go. So yeah, these are fun. These are fun to use. Yeah, same thing as what's in the Skyline model. Let's put that back. They're like little worms. And there's also this kind, and it has like a split contact where it's just on the one end. These ones are really hard to work with. You gotta solder that perfectly because that's just like a thin sort of a foil strip. And if you're not awesome at soldering, I melted like 3 of these. So these ones kind of suck, but these ones that have the contact on either end, these are a lot more resilient, and they're a better light. That's right, single-ended versus double-ended. Double-ended ones are way better, Todd. The double-ended ones are more fun. So I put these in here. I don't know what I'm going to use these really, really long ones for. Probably, well, the big Enterprise has its own lighting kit, but it wouldn't be much for me to swap them out because they just give you LEDs. It's all LED lights. So I might use some of these on the nacelles if I can get my gach back in its bag here. A big bag of gach. Gach is better live, but this gach is dead. My gach is dead. These are cheap. Cheap to cheap. What's wrong? I got these ones, but these are 12-volt lights, and haven't gotten into 12-volt lights yet. And my very last, oh, I actually got 2 of them. Got 2 left. Thought I only had 1. So I might be able to use those ones on, I might use those ones on this model for the nacelles here. Because, what did Todd say? It's tough with the singles. We love LED nudes. And Alec is home! Yay! Good for you, Alec. Rejoice. Alec has arrived at home safely. Okay, next bit of detail is going to be these stupid little tubey, pipey things. If I look at... So if I look at this, they're sort of tubes. We got a bit of a extra protrusion right there. And we got a big sort of shower handlebar for elderly people. It sort of curves forward a little bit, but we're not going to worry about that. I'm going to just try to make that somehow. Maybe some styrene. What we got here? We got the parts from the pylons. Do I only have one? Of course I only have one. The rest of them are gone. They're gone. I think my little vent plate here is way too big. It's also way too thick. Looks out of proportion. It was holding my top in place, but I can do better on those. I can do better. And that's a detail that can be added towards the end anyways. Just get rid of that excess goo. Oh, we don't need that goo on there. I don't need all that schmeg in my hole. Okay. Heat and bend some sprue runner. Sprue runner? What do you mean? What's sprue runner? Like those are way too big. Just gonna temporarily hold this in place here. It's more fun to work with it when it's in one piece than when it's in two. So what do you mean by sprue runner? Stretch it, perhaps? Ron says I'm gonna be adding a lot of lighting and a soundboard for the Obi Boga diorama. Can't wait to learn that stuff. Been experimenting here and there though. Did you join our you joined our Discord, eh, Ron? Pretty sure you joined that. There's so many people in that HTM group on the Discord that can help you with that stuff. Like if you need to learn lighting and wiring and Arduinos and all that stuff, you're in the right place for that. These guys are very knowledgeable with all of that stuff. So Todd says I can stretch some sprue and stretch it to the size I want. Yeah, but I got this too, Todd. I can just use a piece of the why is everything always so tangled? I have some of this 3D filament here for because my kid has one of those pens. My kid's got one of those 3D printing pens, and I commandeered some of the filament for it. Will says Chat GPT is great for doing lighting programming. Says, yeah, Russ, ask away in Discord. I think his name's Ron, but yeah, ask everybody in Discord. So he's not going to need an Arduino, but I'm interested. Yeah, I'll definitely be hitting up the Discord if I need the help. Yeah, I don't have the knowledge on that stuff yet. I resist learning it just because it's hard and I'm not as smart as I seem to be. I'm a good actor. Very good at acting. Saying no worries. Marvel Phoenix, his name is Todd, Ron. TODD Todd. Alec wants to learn how. So this might be sort of the right size here. Let me just get a clippy. So it kind of just comes out. It's sort of flat, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to worry about that too much. Yes, it is 3D printing filament, Alec. The reason I have it is because I use it as fiber optic sometimes. It works. The clear stuff works great as fiber optic. I've used it several times. If you want like a larger, sort of a larger light, like a dome or something, it'll do the exact same thing as the fiber optic when you, like when you heat the end of it, it'll mushroom out and swell and make that sort of dome shape, just like fiber optic. Todd basically wrote a whole how-to Arduino and light with it on my Enterprise D site. Yeah. Uh, Todd's Enterprise D from Fan Home there. Pretty sweet. Totally customed. Oh, that didn't. Oh. Oh. Squished it. Hey, cool. It sort of swelled back. Okay. I don't know. That might be still even too big. Any smaller, I can't hang on to it though. Hmm. Todd can post links in the chat because he's an admin and he can come onto this stream right here and do whatever he wants. So if he wants to post links in the chat for my enterprised.com or whatever, go nuts, Todd, to do it, man. Whatever you need, buddy. Post away. Jody can make some of us mods on his channel, though. Oh, you mean you can't when it's on my? I don't understand. So you can't just jump in and it has to be on the HTM one to do that? I don't get it. Is that what you're saying? Mods can post links. Okay, how do I do that? Ban user and delete their comments? No. Put timeout? No. Delete comment? No. So a can from StreamYard Studio, but on your actual channel, you can assign mods. Okay. I would have to go into my settings, I guess. General. No. Guests? No. Click on the name. Might need to be in YouTube to add mods. Okay, you have to do it on YouTube. Gotcha. So it's not the StreamYards. Okay. So if you add the link in the StreamYard studio here, he wouldn't see it on YouTube? I don't understand. I don't understand your fancy technology, man. If you type it in StreamYards, it will post. Okay. Like that? I probably didn't do it right. My Enterprise D, yeah. .com with 2 M's? .com or com? Did I do it wrong? Says there you go. Okay. Oh, you got it. All right. Hey. Yay! I did it. I did something. Hold on, wait a sec.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that, Never celebrate too soon. All right. Okay. Ron found it. Hey, Miranda Hornet. Okay, I thought I lost it. It's like clear. like, oh no, not again. What have I done? All right, that's still there. So is that too big? I don't think it's too big. I think that's not bad. Let's see if I compare. It's obviously not going to be comparable because this is long and thin. This is short, fat, and wide. So the ratios aren't really going to be even close. But let's just say that looks like that. Fuck off. Jesus. Why is it rolling? Stop. Okay. And like that. I think that'll work. I could maybe even take a little bit more off of there. Hey, GB Models. How's it going, buddy? I've watched a couple of your, I think you got GB Models. You got videos, right? The name seems familiar. Maybe I've seen you in the chat before. Welcome to Trek Mods. I'm your cheap engineer, Jody LaForgery. And I'm trying to make this out of this. So I think I'll still take more, a little more off of that. I'll just rub it on my fret leveling beam instead of clipping it because I'll probably clip too much. So almost flat. We want barely a gap under there. So I asked my first part of my stream I did earlier. I asked Andrew this question because I thought he'd know, but he might have already been gone by the time I asked it. So when we see, if we see the, let me get the full one here. There we go. So pre-modded before I do any changes. So when we see these two things on the nacelles, I've wondered if that is supposed to be the equivalent to these cooling things here, right? Because that's supposed to be cooling heat sinks or whatever. So I'm wondering if this is like the updated version of those, because we see these on the Enterprise D, but we're never told. It's just an added detail that they throw in there. So I wonder if that's supposed to be this. Huh? That's what I think, anyway. That's my theory. Subscribe to subscribe to each other. Everyone subscribe to everyone else. Oh, I've done it again. There it is, right there. You put these down and they're freaking invisible. Okay. So I want to try to get these as even as I can. How am I going to do that? Maybe I can hold it like this. I'll try to bend it in the same place. Close enough. Close enough. What's going on here? You can put. Oh, I'm so far behind. Okay, GB saying hello to everybody. Hey, GB. So for future reference, in your YouTube studio under settings, select community moderation, then user agreement, and you can add channel names to your standard mods and they can help mod your chat. And what just happened?
You want some help?
Todd is in the stream with audio only. Let me get a earpiece, Todd. Let me get an earpiece. I have some earpiece. I'm going to put in my earpiece. Do you guys have earpiece too? Hello?
Hello?
I can't hear you through my earpiece. 1 second. Come on, connect, earpiece. What's going on? It should auto-connect.
Yeah. Should
Yeah.
auto-connect.
It should auto-connect. Connected. Okay, it just took forever. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
What? It connected, but it's... What?
Probably have to change your settings in
It goes connected.
StreamYard.
Oh, no, I just had to wait.
Oh,
It just... There. You just kicked in.
yeah.
Now I hear you in my earpiece.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, that is just how you do that on the screen. That's just how you set if you want to add mods to your channel. So when those channels join your chat, they'll be able to, help moderate. They can get rid of terrible chats, or they can add links because they'll turn blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought everybody that was in the HTM, like all of us that were on the
yes,
I thought we could all do that already.
We can from the studio. Like in here, I can post as you. Yes, but it'll show in chat as you. I can post as you in this channel. Sure.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
If I'm just watching and I join your stream, if I'm just a viewer, I would have mod permissions and I'd be able to post links and things like that.
Oh, okay.
You can add as many mods as you want.
I was thinking about it only in the StreamYard studio, right? I wasn't thinking about it outside.
If I post something in here using StreamYards, it's going to post under your name. But if I'm in chat as a moderator, I can post under my own. So.
Okay, excellent. Cool. I didn't know that.
What?
So how are you doing tonight, Todd?
I'm editing pictures. That's all I seem to do.
Pictures.
GB says, what is everybody working on? I am editing Optimus Prime pictures, and he's building... You never know what he's building. He's building little tubes.
I'm trying to get these little tubes anyways. Come on, little tubes.
Yeah.
Just gotta file it down a little bit.
Decal and use mark fit to be okay. Everything else I should apply gloss. Follow instructions for the mark fit to flat clear. Any kind of branded clear gloss work. I currently own a small can of testers. I don't particularly use gloss. A lot of people do when they do decals. And the reason being that you want gloss is that if the surface is rough, like a matte surface, matte it's matte because it diffuses light instead of reflects it. It's not a smooth surface. It may look smooth to you, but it's not, right? Same thing with like a satin. Satin's between a gloss and a flat. It's like a semi-gloss. And when you're putting decals down, you don't want air under the decal. So if you use
then that's how you get that silvery looking,
that's how you get silvery,
bubbly look.
But if you lay your decals down, using like, Mr. Mark Setter, right? And Mark Setter is effectively soapy solution. And that's just to help you move the decal around and squeegee all your bubbles out, right? Get them blazed out. Okay. Squeegee the bubbles down. But you can get, if you do it right, you can get the edges very, very sharp, right? Where you don't want air to get under the edges. That's where your decal's silver, right? It's silver because air gets under the edges of them and lifts them up. So
yeah, and eventually lifts up more.
Sure, and it just gets worse. But if you when I did the perfect grade, I laid all of my decals down on flat, and it's fine. They don't adhere as well, but once you let them dry, or at least them dry enough, I typically try to leave decals dry for about 24 hours. But then you can go back with Mark Softer, and you can get them to Mark Softer will dissolve the decal, right? It softens. That's why it's called Mark Softer. Yeah, it softens the decal to get it to get down into edges like grooves or things like that in like plain skin or different textures. You can use.
Yeah, I don't have the Mark ones, but I got these ones.
Same stuff, right?
Microsol, Microset, yeah.
Yeah. So Microset is the same thing as Mark Setter, right? Sol is the solution. It's like Softer is the sol is what softens the decal. That's how you get to lay down in uneven edges. It also is really good for when you let it dry, if some little piece of air or something gets under the edge of it, you can use the sol to seal down the edges. Then you're going to put a clear over top of it anyway, so no air would get to those decals, right?
That's right.
You want to seal your decals in no matter what. You should use like a final, whatever your final finish is, whether it's gloss coat or a base coat or a flat coat or whatever. And if you want your decals to completely disappear, you keep adding layers of flat. Slowly, you add a little. You put a light layer of flat, then you go back over with another light layer of flat, and then you go over with another light layer of flat. That's what my plan is for the Apache. When I get the decals. So. And then because what you're doing is you're building up the flat until the microscopic edge of the decals disappears. It gets hidden by the flat, and then the decals look like they're painted on. If that's what you're going for.
Yeah, there's no transition.
Yeah,
you don't see that edge anymore.
If you're going to do the gloss trick, a lot of people do. I don't like adding a whole bunch. The more paint layers, the more clear layers you add, the less detail you get from the surface, right? So if you have a very detailed model surface, with say rivets or small little details, you might lose them if you add too much paint. You know what I mean? So I try to use a minimal amount of paint. Alex GB says that's what I use as Mr. Mark Setter. Alex says I see. And any I have Mark Fit, I assume I'll need to buy some softener or Mark Fit a 2-in-1 solution. You don't really need the softener unless the decal is not sitting flush. If you're putting it on a flat surface, you don't need the softener.
No, it's when you start putting it over panel lines and around corners and stuff.
Yeah, if it's not sitting flush, you may have to soften the decal to get it to sit on an irregular surface. That's what the softener is for. And what is Mark Fit? I thought you were saying it wrong. So it's not Mr. Mark Setter or Mark Softer. I don't know what Mark Fit is. Is that
I think he means Mark Set. He's saying Mark Set earlier.
He says any advice and said Mark Fit.
Mark Fit's probably like the micro sol to make it fit and conform, and the set's probably the set.
Oh, it's the Tamiya Mark Fit. Well, that's a softener. So be careful with that. Because anytime you touch the decal, you want the decal to be in the exact spot you want it to be before you touch it with softener. Because once you hit it with softener, you try to move it, it will tear. Because you're basically weakening the decal.
Yeah.
But Mark Fit is it even says in the description it softens decals so they can fit uneven, rounded, or matte finish surfaces of models while increasing the adhesion. Yeah. Yeah, I only use the Mark Softer if a decal's not let down. Most of the decals I put on like the perfect grade, Mark Set was fine. If I can see that I can't get all the bubbles out or an edge won't lay flat or something, I'll go over with the softener. And then I use a decal squeegee.
There you go. And I don't have the experience built up enough yet. I've only done a few models so far, and I haven't done decals on all of them.
Dude, water slides scared the hell out of me when I first started. But now, they're nothing. You do them enough, and you start figuring it out.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? I've had troubles each time so far. But with the more experience I get, the better I should get at it. That
looks good.
Terrible.
I kind of like it.
I don't think it's too big.
Oh.
I think they're too prominent.
I don't know. I think they call out exactly what they are. If they're tiny, people may not even notice them. I think they're great.
That's true. I should maybe fill these ones in and make that smooth.
You could.
Yeah.
But that probably would have been easy if you glued those on.
Yeah, it would have. That's all right.
GB says, I use Mark Soft for carbon fiber as well. Yeah, I mean, it's anytime you have something where you want to, it's mostly about the irregular surface, right? If you have that irregular surface, that's when you're going to use Mark Softer, and you're putting a decal on anything that's not flat. If it's rounded, if it's curved, you're bending the decal around something. The softer is definitely going to help. Alex says, so I still need a setting agent with Mark Fit. You know what? I'll be honest with you. You could probably just go grab some dishwashing soap and put it in a jar with some water. Soapy water will accomplish the exact same thing.
Yeah, a lot of the things are just household stuff rebranded.
Yeah, I mean, the Mark Setter, for example, is an alcohol-based soapy solution. It's just sort of evaporates without leaving anything behind. If you use soapy water, you got to wipe it off. That's all.
Yeah, you'll just have a little bit of
you'll have soap residue.
Soap residue left over.
Yeah, they do it with the alcohol base, so it evaporates. And Alex says, looking good, Jody.
Thanks, Alec. I have to get rid of my tape.
No worries, Alec. I mean, even you could literally use water. I mean, when you're laying the decal, which is what the setter is good for, it just makes the surface a little slipperier, so the decal can move around without risking damaging it. But a lot of times I'll just dip the tip of my squeegee in some water, in the water I use for the decals even. As long as it has the water will, the surface adhesion pulls the decal up off the model. That's what lets it float around until you lay it flat and start squeezing it. What I've noticed a lot of times, what people do where a decal doesn't stick is because they leave it in the water too long when they're trying to get it off the backing paper.
And the adhesive's gone off of it.
It will dissolve that adhesive super quick, right? The adhesive that's on the back of the decal, if you leave in the water too long, I mean, you only want it in the water just enough where that decal can move off the paper. That's it. And the hotter the water is, the faster that happens. That's why they say use warm water. Well, you can do it with cold water. It's just you got to wait longer. The hotter it is, the faster that happens. So I use hot water, and I put it in the water for maybe 5 seconds.
No, yeah?
Sometimes less. But you can get away with just using regular water to set your decals.
There. How's that?
That looks good.
So these will look better if they're a little, you know what? I'm just going to grab a little paint here. Just to, because these are like clear and it looks weird. Like so. Oh, that's why. There we go.
Good, bud. Alex says, so with the Apache, it's not as important because more smooth surfaces, something like Titanic with the number decal we need to put on the bow. We want to soften that right. Yeah, because it's one big long decal, and because it's going to be going over the different plates, different ridges, to get it to go down inside the ridges and stuff, I'll probably use it. Yeah.
It's actually not too bad. So I'm thinking for the back, I'll have to do something similar to what I did on the Boussard there. I'll probably have to do something like that again for that. You know what I mean? There's like that sphere thing or whatever. There's like that cone at the back. Where's my grabbers? And it's kind of little. So I'm not sure what I'll do there. Yeah, there we go. Now I just got to do it again to the other one. I got to do it all again. Okay, what? Oh, okay, good. It's not gone. I better put all my little bits into a little dish because I'll lose them.
Alex says looking good. Mary says fix your face camera. Oh, you moved your light in front of it, picking up the arm of your light.
Oh, we don't need to see that anyways.
He's a better producer than I am. Why wasn't I just ordered you a reciprocated sander? It'll be there tomorrow.
She had batteries. What?
Yeah.
You didn't have to do that. I made myself a spinning one, man.
No, it's a reciprocating. It's a little rechargeable handheld reciprocating sander with multiple different kinds of heads. It's based
I know, like the one Ian has.
The disc bay, yeah, it's like the disc bay. You'll have it tomorrow.
Well, I was looking at those. I was gonna get myself one eventually.
Well, you got one coming. It'll be there tomorrow.
Come on, Todd. Don't.
Well, it was better than a super chat. GB says I do a lot of GP bikes, so I work with carbon fiber a lot. Mark's off, they're very handy. I'm sure, yeah. Especially if you're buying like you're buying it like carbon fiber sheets, you're laying them down. Yeah. What I've noticed in some of these artworks I'm building that have carbon fiber, like the F1 car and things like that, GR had it, is they have a lot of parts that have carbon fiber, like a carbon fiber. It almost looks like it's decal, but you know what they did? They hydro dipped it. Yeah, all these parts are hydro dipped in this decal, surface. It looks great.
Well, that's a super easy way to print stuff, eh?
Mm-hmm.
I tried doing that once with there's a way that you can spray paint into a bucket of water.
Sure.
And you can dip stuff in there and you make your own patterns. I tried it. It was really hard. It was really hard.
It takes some talent. But I think they do this mass produce. They have all these pieces on a sprue. They have a big tank. They pull a film over the top of it that has a carbon fiber on it, and they just push the whole sprue through it. But at home you could probably they make that film that you can print on your home printer now. Yeah,
and then you just put it on
and then just you lay that film on the water and let it soak for a bit, and then you just push your parts through it, and then it wraps it.
Yeah.
Alex says, I still need to buy one myself. Also, I heard from Enterprie gave my email waiting for the prize for winning their game. They still haven't told you what you're getting?
Oh, the Enterprie model prize contest there? Yeah. I was wondering about that. I remember Alex saying. There. So I had those little side venti panels on there earlier, and they were looking too big to me. So I've trimmed them down.
What do you think about angling the back end of them?
These?
Are you? Oh, I thought you were talking about the tubes. No, your tubes. I thought you.
No, the
No, okay, yeah,
I kind of did angle the back down a little bit.
yeah.
A little shorter at the back than it is at the front. No, these little side things I had made earlier, I found that they were too big, so I just got them trimmed down a bit, and just gonna add that back on.
I don't know how you enter a contest and don't know what the prize is. It's very strange. I remember when I was doing a lot of flight sim stuff, and I went to Flight Sim Expo, which was in Vegas. You know, like it's their little convention. It's their Wonderfest, right?
Okay.
And Thrustmaster, which does a lot of joysticks and like flight controls, big name, and Thrustmaster makes a lot of stuff. And they had a booth there, and they were doing a contest to give away their Warthog POTUS, which is hands-on throttle and stick, right? It's an expensive joystick and throttle combination, right?
For like for an RC plane?
No,
or
like
for a simulator.
Like home, like, you know.
Okay, yeah, a PC flight simulator.
Combat simulator, PC flight sim, yeah.
Gotcha.
And so I entered the contest because they were doing a giveaway. But what they didn't tell people is you had to be present to win.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they were pulling names out of a bucket, and there was a big presentation that was going on with one of the big vendors, a PMDG, who makes a lot of like study level planes, like these very accurate reproductions of real aircraft. And I knew that their drawing was at 4. Well, the guy that was doing the presentation went long, but I got up and left his presentation because 4 o'clock came around. So I went and stood in front of the Thrustmaster booth, and there was like 3 people standing there. They started calling names, and the first person, nobody showed up. Second person, nobody showed up. Third time, they called my name, and they're like, "Well, I guess it's yours," and they gave it to me.
No way.
Yep. It's like an $800 joystick set. It's crazy. I don't know who he's asking, but GB Model says, "Do you do a lot of the part work stuff?" I do.
He's probably asking you.
Yeah, I do. I have 24 different build sites for different part works. They're all linked off of, if you're on my Enterprise D and go up to my other sites up in the title bar, it'll link to all my other builds. And then.
So yeah, if you're doing the part work build of anything and you need help with the instructions or something like that, you'll find a website on it.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was asking. Alec answered. He built them too. Oh, they're talking amongst themselves. I'll leave you guys be.
There we go. I think that's better. A little more subtle. Still kind of thick, but I think that's a lot better. Let's see. Drop this back on like that.
Oh, I'm jealous, GB. They never released it in the US. I wanted the tumbler.
Oh, the Batman tumbler?
Uh-huh.
They never released it in the US? Why not?
I don't know. I don't know if it was a licensing thing, a cost thing. I don't know.
Well, from what company is that? Like,
that was through Hachette
company?
Yeah, it was through Hachette, and Hachette just recently started bringing Partworks to the U.S. under Hachette, because originally they were selling their Partworks through Agora.
Okay.
And it was only after a full run. So like when they sent out the last of the Titanic, for example, or the T800 or whatever, then Agora started carrying it. So Agora was kind of picking up their leftovers. And they didn't bring the tumbler to the U.S., and I was very upset. Well, then Hachette now, in the last few months, maybe last 6 months ago, they have started doing their own releases in the U.S. So Hachette U.S. now exists. Like I'm doing the U96 through them, and that's coming directly from the U.S., not from the UK or anything. But
that's that submarine.
Yeah, the submarine. Yeah. But they never brought the tumbler over, and I did ask them. I asked them very nicely to bring the tumbler over, but no word yet.
Huh.
My hope is that maybe, after it completes its run, which I think people have now got their final parts in the UK, is maybe Agora can pick it up. Then I can get it through Agora.
Okay.
3D Painter says, I've been wanting to do a 3D printed tumbler. That would be cool too. I have a Lego one. I built the big Lego tumbler. Ironically enough, it seems like I have Lego.
I'll be right back in 1 second.
All right.
I'm sorry, guys.
Ironically enough, it's strange that I feel like I have Lego sets for many of my partworks. I have the big 89 Lego, and now I'm building the 89 Batmobile partwork. And I have the tumbler, and I have the DB5, and I have, the Ecto 1, and I have the DeLorean, all in Lego, and I built those as partworks too. 3D Painter says the Lego one is amazing. Yeah, it is. The big one. They made a smaller one, but the big one is really good. GB Model says I wouldn't to get the Knight Rider, and I cannot get it here in Australia. Oh, you want it? I think he said means I want it. I wanted to get the Knight Rider, and I cannot get it here in Australia. Yeah. Well, I don't think it's under subs anymore, but you can do it as, like I did my T800. It wasn't available in the US, and I literally bought it in the UK and had it shipped by a parcel forwarder. But man, that is not cheap. I'm sure you can get something like that set up if you were desperate enough and want to pay for it. Because I think it cost me about $40 every 2 months to $50 every 2 months to ship the T800 over. And then right when I was about to finish it, Agora got it, and I'm like, oh, you're killing me. I use Forward to Me, forwardtome.com.
Stupid chair.
Because they have mailing addresses in the UK, Japan, US.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm in the US.
That
looks good too. It's very Enterprise J, the one that we never saw,
Oh, yeah. I guess from this angle, it kind of,
with the long, skinny nacelles and the long, skinny pylons, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Very long.
But I think if I remember correctly, weren't the J nacelles not even connected? They somehow were floating out in space or something, and they were connected.
They're like, oh, what was that? They're like sort of just on it like a needle, just kind of poked in there, and it sort of protrudes out the top too. It's really weird. I hate that one. That's my least liked Enterprise.
Yeah, definitely. I hated the J. GB says the Batman Tumbler is on his YouTube channel. Excellent. People go subscribe to GB Models. 3D Pinner says he's in California. Excellent. What part of California?
Checking after.
3D Pinner says that's a great drawing, Jody. He loves your sketches.
Oh, thank you.
Dash says the Ascension is in trouble. Hi, Howard.
There's a couple other ones. Oh, dude, I got so many freaking ship drawings. See, if I'm not building models, then I'm sitting here drawing pictures, working on my drawings. See, I'll do like half. All right. So sometimes I'll do it that way. I'll draw like half of it. Then hold on. Let me just there. Get rid of that for a second. So I have like a light pad, and I'll draw half so that I make it symmetrical, and then I'll sort of flip it and trace it. But yeah, I've been like redesigning the Enterprise since I was a teenager. I keep just drawing it over and over and over. All these
That's funny because I used to do that in school too. I found old notebooks and stuff, and there's pictures of the Enterprise drawn up, sketches.
Yeah.
Did you see the Dash was here? Say hi to Dash. Hi, Howard.
Yeah, is he back?
Yeah, so because he thinks he's in trouble.
Yeah. Why? What'd you do? What happened? What did I do to my screen? How come my screen is really small? I did something and I made my video screen really small.
I don't know.
Because I did something in the comments here earlier. Comments off. Oh, there we go. Comment. Oh, yeah. There. Now we're back. Back to full size. Back to the top of the heap.
3D Pinner says it's in SoCal between LA and Santa Barbara. I have driven that road many a times. Right up the 101.
Right up the 101. Ow.
Right up the 101.
Not right up there. There we go. Fit. Come on, fit. Fit. There we go. Yeah, that's a lot better. A little more subtle.
Yeah, there you go.
Side. Yeah. Just small little things, right? Because they're not huge. If you look at the original, they're just subtle. This is still kind of thick though, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what part to get to next. I think I'm about done for tonight. We'll just place it on top here just so we can look at it. Look at that. So for my shuttle bay, I want, you know what I mean? The old school door, like the clamshell thing.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how I can pull that off with this stuff. Because the ridges are like too small, too thin, I think. I want thicker.
What if you made vertical slices, and then bent the tips together to make it that rounded shape,
like I did here for my thing.
Yeah, but they would the top edges would overlap, right? Because if you look at the fantail on the TOS, right, they're individual. They're narrower at the top. So if you made
it kind of looks like a piece of a basketball.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
So I could do that with this, because I got this really thin styrene here, eh?
That's just super. He was putting boxes of Legos on his shelving racks and ran out of room again.
Oh no, that's why he's in trouble.
Yeah, you poor thing.
Too many Lego racks.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say nice rack. Nice Lego rack. So I can put this piece on here. I'm gonna have to reinforce this. I think what I'll do is I'll make like a couple of notches and I'll bend them over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Slot A, tab A, and slot B sort of thing. Just to give that, because like I can glue around this and then throw the baking soda on it. But once this goes on, there's a lot of weight there.
That's the same problem they have with the real studio model.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very saucer heavy.
This piece will stay on here just like that without any glue.
Cameron says, "Nice, Jody. Great progress."
Thank you, Cameron. There, so I still got to do my. I grabbed. Where did I put it? I grabbed the impulse piece from the big Enterprise model so that I could copy it and use it as a sort of a guide. Yes, I know. I gotta clean my goddamn desk off for sure. But I had put it. There's my little shuttles that Donnie sent me.
Fantastic.
They're so cute. I think they're still a little bit bigger than that little hole that I made in the shuttle bay, so I might have to recut that. Did I put it back in the freaking box? Oh.
Dash says, I think if I build them, the squish will help a little bit, but I posted an updated stash of shame move. I assume he means in Discord or Discord over HTM. I think if I bring everything out of the house, it's still Legos and stuff, he'll fill the pile back up again.
If you build, they will come.
That's right. Alex says, good stream, bud. Looking so cool.
So it's something like there. I want this back a little bit so that it's not sitting under the saucer.
"3D Painter says, really looking amazing, Jody. Good progress tonight, man."
Thanks, buddy. So I got a piece here that's going to be sort of my pylons. So I don't know. It'd be easy. The easiest way would be to just bend this up and have angled pylons. And if to make like a 90-degree angle, it'd be a little more difficult. It would require more pieces stuck together. So I still have not decided which route I'm going to take for that. I'll be working on that during the week, this week. I won't be doing a whole lot tomorrow. So we're going to go help my mother-in-law move her trailer tomorrow. So I should be back for the afternoon group stream.
Tomorrow, 4 p.m.
Yeah, tomorrow, 4 p.m. Should be back, and I'll be in a better mood than I was last night. My browser crashed on me last night towards the end there, so I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done anyways.
It was a long stream last night.
It was. It was like 4 a.m.
Yeah, it was time anyway.
Yeah.
We can only hear so much about Ian's, house that he's staying in right now.
Well, I just wanted to show what I was working on, but it was hard to talk about anything or ask anybody any questions.
Yeah, well, he doesn't stop talking. You know how it goes.
Yeah, whatever.
Let's see. 3D Painter says be streaming tomorrow with the Obi Baga. Excellent. And he says, yeah, it was a long one. Yeah, it's we used to go 7 hours on a Friday, and then now it gets so late on the East Coast, it's kind of chopped down to about 4.
Usually we do about 4. The last few weeks though, we've been doing long ones. We did like a 7-hour one last week.
Well,
like
Sunday seems to go longer because we start earlier, but usually the Friday ones have been getting kind of short. But Cameron says, really, 4 a.m.? I left around 1. Yeah, it was 1 o'clock here when I signed off, and I'm on the West Coast, so.
Yeah, it was like 4 a.m. before
ridiculous.
Before we ended. I left at around 4 when my browser crashed, and then it was before 4, and then you guys were still going for a bit.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts. We're a little nuts.
We are a little nuts. It was fun though. It was fun last night. Let's get some shadows on there.
I was right though. I said if Ian does join the stream, he's going to talk nonstop. He's going to talk nonstop about the house he's staying in.
Yeah.
Will says he probably won't hang around much for the later stream. I've been up since 3:30, so we'll be tired later, I'm sure. Well, you know what? If you do, we appreciate it. If you don't, we appreciate it. Cam says, good times, good times. 3D Peter says, where on the left side? I'm in Arizona. Marble Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix. At first, I was like, Marvel. I just thought it was FX. Like, FX.
Well, a lot of people would say Marvel Pix, whatever. It's just short for Phoenix. So. Let's see. Dash says Jody will be the new Star Trek concept art for a new series, Star Trek Beyond Galaxy. I think he should. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I wish.
We got to get him in touch with somebody in the art department.
That would be sweet. Dude, I got stacks and stacks of freaking. This is all.
Telling you.
This is all Starship drawings. Oh, look at this one. 3D painter. That's the Kalis class. Let's see. There we go. There's the bottom. That's a Klingon Federation collaboration right there. Where the hell's the other one?
Let's see. GB Models has to take off. Hope to catch you up all next week. Have a great one and stay safe. Thanks, GB.
Yeah, thanks for dropping by, buddy. Appreciate it. Some different nacelle variations.
He says that's rad.
So like I'll draw a ship and then I'll be like, hey, what kind of nacelles is this ship gonna have?
Right? Cameron agrees. You would make a great concept artist. I agree.
There we go. So that's like this was Howard's idea. He's like, what about a Klingon ship that was like shaped like a batleth?
Did you see Will here? He says he's waiting for you to do an Enterprise X-Wing now.
Enterprise X-Wing? Yeah, he mentioned that earlier. Or he was saying you could put the X-Wing on the saucer section and make like a crossover. I've seen some pictures of actual models. There's the cool one. I'm only finding the bottoms. Where's all my tops? This is the underside because I'll draw like the orthographics, right? I'll do all the different views. Front, bottom. This is a drawing of my actual model of the reclamation that I made from scrap junk. As is this one. I drew a drawing of my Miranda Hornet model. No, they're all in this same pile. Well, some of them are in there. There's a cool one.
Hey, Mary, you take pictures of all of those.
Mary's my producer.
Yeah, you take pictures of all
cool
of those.
One.
You send those to me, and I'm going to send them to Paramount.
See, this one's supposed to be a gigantic ship, and this got an environmental dome in here, like you see on the Earth Space Dock 1 or whatever, or the Earth Space Dock thing. You see all those domes they put in space?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the idea is that this is a gigantic ship, and it's got a big dome like that on it. And sometimes I'll take my sketches and I'll feed my sketches into the AI thing, and that gives me cool results there too. Here's the inside of my the inside of the nacelle. It's got its own engineering room section in it because it's huge. It's got its own warp core. It's got a deflector. There's the collectors. That's the transwarp part. That's the regular warp coils. And it's on this track. There's the pylon, and it can move forward and back on the pylon to change the warp geometry. Oh, there we go. There's the top. the Kronos 2. There's that. This is one I was screwing around with. I kind of like that one. A long, skinny one. I know there's tons. Oh, more. Oh, there we go. This one I actually finished. I painted that one with like watercolors and markers and pencils and just whatevers.
That one looks good too.
Oh yeah, these are all. Where's the? Oh, remember we were talking about this on the stream? Ken had the set, and I was like, Ken, you should put the Enterprise B saucer on the Enterprise. So we got the Enterprise B saucer, we got the C hull, and we got the E pylons there. So it's totally kit bashed. Just some sketches, more nacelles. Oh, there we go. There's the top. Now where'd the bottom go? There we go. So top and bottom. All right, and there's the side. So this one's got just like a little, sort of like a, it's sort of like the Miranda. Oh yeah, there's another cool. Mary's looking through my pictures and she's finding cool ones. That one's weird. This one's kind of like the Miranda class, but it's got a bit of a secondary hull sort of pod down there with a shuttle bay. So yeah, tons. There's one that's not even Star Trek. That's the Interstellar luxury cruise liner. Look, it has a roller coaster and a theme park inside. It has an amusement park.
It reminds me of that the space cruise ship from Wall-E.
Yeah, that's sort of that idea. And it's got the dome with the mountain, right? There's your command center. This is your environmental recirculation unit. Yeah, I made that for Russ for Cosmic Quest Hobbies as an idea for him to build a luxury liner. It's got like a little town square, right? Buildings, little simulated environments inside there. This could be whatever sports complex, right? You got a stadium there for baseball. Who knows? Drawing's fun. There, I dragged it on for another 20 minutes, showing you guys my artwork.
It's excellent.
Oh, that one's fun.
Very creative. I like it.
So, it's we'll do that. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Todd, for stepping in and producing for me. Oh, and thanks for that sander thing you're sending me. Again, you don't have to be doing stuff like that.
Yeah, but I see your sander,
super
and I'm like,
appreciate it.
I think you.
Yeah,
really
but it's working.
You benefit.
It works.
Yeah, but getting in when you try to get it in between those things, that the disc based sander will get in there. It's got all sorts of little heads. You'll like it.
Yeah, I know. I was already looking at it, but I needed to wait a little bit before I could pick it up. So
no,
I was going to get it
tomorrow.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that so much.
Very well.
Everybody else that's here, Ron, 3D Painter, Alec, Cameron, Will, all the way over from UK. Thanks for tuning in. Who else is in UK? Somebody else here is also in the UK.
I think GB had to go, but it was
GB,
late.
yeah, there you go. GB
GB models.
Yeah. And we got Will. We had Joby Wan was here. We had Keith earlier in the first stream was here. Andrew stopped in and said hello to us. Got all kinds of friends tonight.
Yeah, a double feature too.
Yeah, double feature.
Oh, he's popping it right at the end. Hey, SDM.
Who's that? Oh, SDM Productions. You missed the slideshow. All right, let me get the pile. Start over.
And back to one.
Oh, there's the USS DeForest. I drew that one for Howard. And it's all shiny.
3D Painter. Thanks for being here, Jody. Love you all.
Hey, man. Thanks for watching. Buddy, what time is your stream tomorrow, 3D Painter? Ron, what time do you start? Because
thanks, Jody. Great stream. Good night, y'all. SDM says nice.
Cameron.
Yeah, you'll have to watch it because he shows a bunch of them and they're great.
Yeah, he popped in right at the end though. I've been on for I was on for 3 hours earlier. There we go. There's that one. This is the one with the variable warp geometry. The nacelle moves forward and back. And the saucer has retractable warp engines right there when it separates. So you get warp engines that come out like that.
3D Painter says, I'm going to try and start by 10 or 11 a.m. my time.
Okay, I'm afraid I'll have to rewatch because I won't be around tomorrow in the morning. We'll be out helping my mother-in-law move her camper to another place.
Who's played in the background?
So yeah, I could listen, stream it in the background while I'm doing that and driving around. But other than that, I'll check out a rewatch of it for sure. Everyone check out 3D Painter's channel there. He's doing some pretty cool stuff.
For sure.
Anybody on here that's got a channel, check them out. They're worth watching. They're worth some stuff.
And he says, wow, very nice.
Check out Marvel Phoenix because if you're doing part works or anything like that, he's got instructions for everything. He knows how to do all of it. He knows it all. He's the king of this shit.
Not quite all, but I have my fair share.
But yeah. Tune in to the tomorrow afternoon to the HTM group stream 4 p.m. Eastern, and then tune in to the rest of the HTM guys all week, streaming different days. Donnie on Monday, Keith and Buck on Tuesday, Woody Wednesday, bunch of guys playing with their various types of wood. And then Jordan Thursday, and then us again on Friday evening for the Shitfest. It's a lot of fun.
We should just call it
Saturday. Hopefully Andrew streams on Saturday. He said he might be busy again, so we might miss him again.
He's got a wedding next week, so he won't be on next week.
That's right, a wedding. So you guys are going to be stuck with me again next Saturday. So
that ship looks whack just like him.
What, this one? I'll have to throw this in an envelope and send it to you, Howard, before the bird chews the whole thing. Yeah, that's Tori's signature right there.
Oh, see, he'll like that. It's signed. It's autographed.
Yeah. Well, look at almost all of my pictures are like that. He chews the corners. Everything. all the corners are. That's all because of the bird sitting there chewing at stuff. Little shit. Yeah. Dash says, "Oh, Tori poo." Yeah.
That's
okay, guys.
If you call them wet raisins, it's fine.
Yeah, it's like a wet raisin. It's like a wet, soggy raisin. That's all.
Gross.
It's not bad. Yeah, Todd didn't like that either. He thought it was
no.
And it's like a little mini chocolate chip. It's not even near a raisin.
A chocolate chip, Mary says. A mini baby.
Wet chocolate chip. Oh.
Yeah.
Wet raisins. That's disgusting.
It's melted, so it's warm.
Oh yeah. Tori says he's trying, or Tori says he's trying to help. No, Howard says he's trying to help.
Sometimes he gets in here and he tries to help. Like if I'm sanding something, he'll if he's nearby, he'll go. And he mimics the sound of the sanding. It's hilarious. And he does the microwave, and he does the dog. He'll go. Grrr, grrr. That's really funny. Okay, I'm trying to go away, and I keep talking because it's fun. It's nice to have people to talk to, but I gotta take off. I'm sure Todd wants to do other things too. Thanks for coming along and helping me out, Todd. And thanks to everyone again. I already did this, but thanks again. Seriously, I can't thank you guys enough for coming along on this journey with me and watching me make these weird, unique models. It's a lot of fun doing this. You're probably not going to see me build one out of the box per spec like it's supposed to. So if you like weird, unique models, go check out my channel and see some of my videos. I only got a few videos so far. I just started. So there's more to come. Got a lot of models to do, and I got a lot of ideas. Just like the Federation, I have grand ideas and no money. So thanks for watching Trek Mods, and we'll see you guys later. See you, Todd.
See ya.
I'll talk to you in a second. Come on.